Hello, my name is Jordan Stout, and this is my introductory video. So, a snapshot about me. I was born in Louisville, and if you're from Louisville, one of the first questions people ask is, "What high school did you go to?" So, I went to Louisville Middle High School. For undergraduate, I attended Bellarmine University, where I graduated with a degree in middle grades education with certifications in ELA for grades 5 through 9, and learning and behavioral disorders for K through 12. I currently work for JCPS, and if you're not from Louisville, that's Jefferson County Public Schools. I work at Johnson Traditional Middle School, where I'm a 7th grade ELA teacher, and I just completed my first full year of teaching. My core beliefs on education are that relationships are essential. We are educating the whole child, and each child deserves to have his or her specific needs met. I think these three things are essential because without relationships, students won't know that they are cared for, that they are safe, and therefore will not be able to absorb the information that we are trying to give them. I believe that we are educating the whole child, right? We're not just trying to teach them the standards deemed essential by the state. We are also teaching them how to be functioning, successful human beings. Each child deserves to have his or her specific needs met. Every child is different, and cookie cutter methods of education are not successful. Just because it works for 75% of the students doesn't mean that it's a win. We need to reach that 25% that aren't getting it the way we are currently teaching it. And I believe that innovative teaching methods are really pushing this issue forward. And with these three things in mind, I believe that true learning occurs within meaningful experiences. I am not a teacher that is going to read from a textbook and ask students to complete problems. I believe students learn best when they make meaningful connections to the material, and that creates those lasting experiences that allow students to truly learn. So in my classroom, I try to make sure things are as hands-on as possible. And with language arts, that can sometimes be tricky, but I'm always trying new and innovative ways to keep my students engaged and make that learning happen. Since this was my first year, there were several struggles, of course, but promoting a positive classroom environment is something that I really strived for. In these pictures, you can kind of see some examples that I did. In the first picture on the left, I had students get a sticky note and they had to write a positive thing about at least one other student in the classroom. And they each picked one student, so everyone got picked. And so students, if they're feeling down, can go and look at these posters and see positive words of affirmation written about them. And it also helps them to know that other people are saying it too. The second photo shows, the second and third photos are kind of the same thing. So in the third photo, you can see the little pink sticky notes on each student's desk. And then in the middle photo, you can see an example of a note that I wrote. So what I did is throughout the first grading period, I wrote each student an individual note and thanked them or said something that I appreciate about them. What really warmed my heart about this is students were proud of it. I had some students that attached it to their backpack, who wore it on their shirt like a badge of honor, and some kids, taped it to their agenda. And the kids and students really need this positive classroom environment to grow. And if I wasn't 100% up to date on the curriculum, because this was my first year teaching, I wanted to make sure those students knew that they were cared for. This last page is more about my personal life. So you can see the photo in the middle is my husband. We got married about 2 years ago. He was my high school sweetheart, and we currently just bought our first house together, which is exciting. We moved in March, and since then we've been doing some home projects. You can see in the bottom photo our first attempt at gardening. We've been working really hard at it. You can see a couple other photos of our dog, Knox. We love him. He's our sweet little boy, and as most dog owners, we love to take pictures of him.